He could go all the way. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Go, 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 go. The Bills make me wanna. The Bills make me wanna. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Go, 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 go.
Pizza, pizza.
The Bills make me wanna.
Boy, that fucking song gets me pumped up every goddamn time. Let's go. We got the Blindsided shirt. We're lit right now. Shiva's in the house. Adam, what's going on? Sports them. The Bills make me want to shout, baby. Shiva's my guy. All right, we are lit. As always. As always. Joseph Waygold, let's go, baby. Guys, come on. This is terrifying. This week is terrifying. Okay? We've been following along all training camp. You know, we're fucking what? It's Tuesday? We're 13 days, 11 days away from the first game, from the opener against the fucking Jets. Oh my God. This is the craziest part about this season, is that 90 guys, we go from 90 to 53 in one day. There might be some cuts over the next few days. There might be some action. There might be a lot of cuts on Friday. Who knows? You know what I mean? Obviously, probably not. They're probably going to let these guys showcase. But the fact of the matter is, this team's going from 90 to 53 by 4 o'clock on Saturday. That is crazy. Okay? We know a lot of the guys that are going to get cut. A couple guys in the bottom end of the wide receivers, the Easleys, the David Sills, he's gone. You know, some of the O linemen we brought in, you know, some of these new DNs. There's going to be a bunch of guys we know that are getting cut. But tonight, what we're doing, Chuck Woodward, let's go. What's going on? Casey, my man. Tonight, we're going to break down the nitty-gritty. We're going to get down to the guys that it's a competition still. And we're going to find out I want to know who you guys think is getting cut. And the G Show's going to break it down. I've been at every single fucking training camp. I've been putting in some work. This isn't somebody, some Bills fan who, just watches from afar and watches the press. I watch the press conferences. I tune in. I've talked to some of the players. I talked to some analysts. I've been at every goddamn training camp, even the ones in fucking South Carolina, okay? I got clout. Clout is what I have. All right, so stay tuned. Shiva says I will try to trade Zay Jones. I have a missed call from my aunt. Very strange. I never get calls from this aunt. I hope it's not important. Driving at work, man. Let's go talk that talk. Hussein, my guy. What do you do? You're driving. What do you do? All right, let's dive in. Bills Lions. we're gonna start with the easy stuff here. Okay, I didn't do a recap video, so we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Lackluster game for Allen, but with that being said, we weren't expecting much from Allen. Once you saw the game plan that they wanted to establish the run, and they only gave Allen 6 pass attempts, it's obvious what they were doing. They're trying to mix it up, see what's going on with Gore, see what's going on with Shady. Now, here's a little bit of a strange thing, okay? I'm going to dive right into it. A little bit of a strange thing here, okay? Gore got a bunch of touches. Shady got a bunch of touches. Bill, what's going on? What do you think about Ryan Bates? I think he's going to make the team due to his versatility. We're going to talk about it soon. I tend to agree. Delivery for a restaurant. I hear you, Hussein. But what I was saying, Frank Gore got a bunch. Shady got a bunch. Singletary only gets 1 touch. What's going on here? Okay. What's that tell me? It tells me that these two are battling for something. Plain and simple. They're not giving Singletary touches. Word around Buffalo is they think Devin Singletary is a lot better than anyone else knows about. Anybody in the league. They love Singletary, is the word around town. Right? They're not giving him touches. Shady and Gore get a bunch. They know what Shady and Gore can do, right? They know they're established. They're seasoned vets, okay? But they're fighting for a spot, I think, here, guys. We're gonna dive in. I don't want to get all hypothetical and shit, but Allen could not get in rhythm. No, he couldn't. But with that being said, it was a run-heavy offense, Shivas. It was a run-heavy offense. We were going. Elliot, what's going on, man? It was run-heavy. So, with that being said, with these running backs, I think there's a lot on the line from that game. Shady looked good, though. Shady had a couple big runs that got brought back. Frank Gore looked good as always. Frank Gore continuously has looked better than Shady, to be honest with you. And with some running backs, Lamar Miller going down, is Shady a potential trade candidate? I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it here. But back to the Bills-Lions games. Allen didn't look great, but it was clear that we were establishing the run game, and I was pretty happy with the run. I mean, other than the O-line penalties, which was a little bit ridiculous. I mean, what the fuck? McDermott, you came in here to make sure that these guys were going to be fundamentally sound, not making the dumb penalties, and our O-linemen making penalties all over the goddamn place. Left and right, penalty. It's like, come on, okay? It was still good to see the running backs hit the holes and make some big runs. Shady had a couple nice runs along with Frank Gore. So I was happy with it. I was happy with the game in general. And the defense, as always, looking good. Stafford moved the ball quite a bit, but it was kind of like a bend, don't break type of situation. With the turnovers we had and the penalties that we committed, the fact that we still got the fuck out of Detroit, winning 24-20, that says a lot. That says a lot. I don't care if it's third stringers playing, second stringers playing. We got the fuck out of there with a win. Bills moved 3-0 in the preseason. What's that tell you about the squad? That they bought in. Everybody's busting their ass. It doesn't matter if it's preseason or the fucking Super Bowl. I think everybody's always going to bust their ass on this team. Let's go. Bills Mafia, man. I think the RBs will be Gore, Singletary, McCoy, Wade. Might be a stretch, man. I disagree a little bit there. Elliot, y'all need to get used to the fact that Shady and Jones are both making this team. Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot that goes into that, man. There's a lot. McCoy trade bait for Clowney. I don't know. Not just McCoy. It'd have to be a draft pick or with Zay Jones with it. Running back, I got 4. McCoy, Gore, Devin Singletary, and TJ. Running backs and wide. We're gonna dive in. I think 4 running backs too, guys. That's my prediction. 4 running backs. We're gonna get into it. McCoy's run were negated with penalties. That's right. McCoy looked good. I just can't wait to watch Wade destroy the Vikings. Yeah, Tyree Jackson and Wade. But as my boy Dustin said last week, the only way we might be able to see any kind of wide receiver competition is if we get David Sills in a quarterback. That was hysterical. Let's go. Okay, now I was gonna pull the video, but I wasn't able to. I didn't have time. I wanted to get live, get this thing going for you guys, but fucking that wide receiver competition. It's the biggest part of this whole thing. I'm gonna open up the whole entire depth chart right towards the end of the show tonight, and we're gonna fly through this stuff here. But the big competition is it's clearly the wide receiver, and I think a big thing. This is what I had last week. A big thing I had last week was it's gonna be Duke versus Isaiah McKenzie for that 6th spot. Okay, now I know we're going right into wide receivers. We're going right to the big talking point here. I don't fuck around. We're not waiting until the end of the show to talk about this shit. Let's dive right in. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, I've changed my mind. I think there's going to be 6 wide receivers still. Okay, But I think Duke and Isaiah McKenzie are both going to make the squad. Hear me out. Okay, so everyone automatically thinks, so G-Show, he knows his shit. He thinks Andre Roberts is going to get cut. But what about the return ability? Blah, 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 blah. McKenzie could do the returning, I guess. Yeah, maybe Andre Roberts. No. I think Andre Roberts is going to be here too. So that leaves one player cut between Beasley, Brown, Foster, and Zay Jones. Okay? Your boy. Guys, let's talk about it real quick. I can't say this is 100% sure. It's a little bit of a long shot based on what he's done so far, but I think our guy Zay Jones might be gone. Okay, it hurts me to say it. It really does hurt me to say it. But let's think about what he's done this year. Okay, every year McDermott says it's a new year. Everybody's going for the spots. Everybody's fighting for who starts. Right? John Brown and Cole Beasley have been clear cut the top 2 wide receivers on our team, right? Clear cut. Okay. After that, Robert Foster's there. Zay Jones. That's it. That's been that 3-4. Robert and Zay Jones. Foster, we just found out. G-Show called it a few weeks ago. Okay. Foster's been dealing with a toe injury. He's been trying to push through it. We know what Foster can do. That top end speed. Big body guy. Not a big body guy, but he's a little bit taller, a little bit lankier. He's got that extra juice. We know that Foster's got that. Okay. He hasn't been super relevant in training camp preseason games, but it's because I think a big reason is because of the toe injury, right? Okay, so then we get to Zay, Duke Williams, Andre Roberts, that tier of guys. And look at the end of the day, Isaiah McKenzie has made bigger plays in training camp and preseason. Andre Roberts has made some nice plays in preseason, and I'm not in preseason training camp, and he has stood out significantly higher, more than Zay Jones. Andre Roberts has played better than Zay Jones this preseason. And above all, a guy that I was totally out on. I was totally out on Duke Williams. And he's looking like he's going here, guys. I watched a video today pretty much of every snap that Duke has put in the preseason games. Every single play, if he's not going up for the ball ferociously, like the 2 touchdowns that he had, every play driving defenders down the field, driving them with the blocks. I fell in love with the dude. If you guys want to go check it out, Cover One on Twitter. They may be on Facebook also, but they show all of Duke Williams' plays, and if he's not catching the ball or running around, he is smashing somebody. You mix that with the plays that he's made this year, and the fact that Isaiah McKenzie has that big home run play capability, guys, I hate to say it. What has Zay Jones done for us lately? At the end of the day, he was our second-round pick, supposed to be this high-volume guy making, a ton of catches, maybe not the home run ball, right? But he's supposed to be high-volume guy. Last year, his biggest game was with Matt Barkley against the Jets. He never really connected with Josh Allen. I hate to sit here and shit on Zay Jones because I love the guy. He's a great kid. He had the little mental episode. He seemed to be turning the shit around. I like Zay Jones. But at the end of the day, you break down between Cole, John, Zay, Foster, Duke, Isaiah. Somebody's got to go. Andre Roberts, his ability is, his kick return ability is playmaking. It's game-changing. It's huge, okay? With that being said, I hate to say it. I got to get to your guys' comments. I apologize. But I hate to say it. I think we try to either trade Zay or I think he's the odd man out. I think we're keeping 6 wide receivers, and I think Zay might be on the out, guys. Everybody says he's a lock. So, look, maybe I'm wrong on this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Second round pick. They got a lot of stock. They got a high stock on this guy. They got a lot invested in the guy. What's he done for us lately? Somebody answer. I can't wait to read these comments. You guys shitting on me. Craig, Zay knows all receiving position. He has that flexibility. Yeah, he does. Look at the catch he made the other night, okay? His hands, they're just not there. I keep shitting on the guy. I love Zay Jones. Look at that catch he made over the top. Barkley, he caught it with his forearms. That's the kind of shit he comes up with. I don't know. Hope Duke Williams makes the team. I'm in, guys. It's official. I have not been in on the Duke Williams train. This is the coming out party for Duke Williams right here. Blindsided Sports G-Show. I'm late. I'm late to the party, okay? I didn't want to believe it, But after watching the games and after watching his highlights of his blocking, his heart, I've seen interviews. He's modest. He's humble. He's thankful to have the chance to be on this team. All of that combined, I'm on the Duke train, guys. I'm on the Duke train. He has one. He's a lock. Zay drops more balls than puberty does. Wow, Eli coming in hot. Ryan McDermott does not cut draft picks. I understand that he hasn't done that up to date, but I think there might be a change here, guys. Every year, McDermott says it. Every single year, it's a new team. It's a new season. Everybody's fighting. Everybody's fighting for spots. If no draft picks, right? Nobody knows who was drafted where. Let's really think about this. Nobody knows who was drafted here, who's making this much money, who signed on for this many years, no matter the age, right? Fuck it all. Fuck all the factors. What has happened on field in training camp and in the preseason games? I've been to every training camp. I've seen every preseason game. Got to keep John Brown. Looks like a stud. Cole Beasley, the separation, the safety blanket. Got to keep him. God, he's a freak. Andre Roberts, wow. He makes some plays. And you see that kick return or that punt return he's had? That's game changing. Our special teams sucked last year. That's another guy. We got to keep that guy right there. Robert Foster, young kid. We're not playing age, but look at that over the top speed. He looks sluggish. We find out he's got a toe injury. Okay, but look at when he turns those burners on. He's got that speed over the top. Wow, yeah, great. Got to keep him. Isaiah McKenzie. Every time they give him a ball, it's a splashdown. Short dude, gadgety. He had that little short 6-yard touchdown run the other day out of the backfield like we've seen before. Plus, you hit him on screen passes and he blows down the field. McKenzie's got that explosiveness. We don't have that. John Brown runs routes. He's out there flying, right? McKenzie can do it all. He's so good. He's so elusive. Okay? So that leaves Zay and Duke. And look at what Duke's done today. Look at what Zay's done. You compare the two, Duke stands out. He stands out. He's a big body guy we don't have that can go on the outside, win a jump ball when we need him to in the red zone. And not only that, but when he's not in the actual play running around, he's smashing bodies. I know Zay's a good run block too. And I know I got to get to you guys on fucking YouTube. You guys are blowing up over there. But at the end of the day, I'm going Zay's getting cut or traded. I wouldn't be surprised if we make a trade with Houston. They're looking for another wide receiver. They're looking for another running back. Shady Zay. Two guys we might be looking to get rid of for any kind of value. God. Andre Roberts is odd man out. Ryan, I disagree. Here we go. I like this. Let's talk. I like disagreeing with people. Our special team sucked last year. Our special team sucked. Andre Roberts is going to be one of the most valuable players on this team this year. Quote me right now. We haven't had a guy that can return the fucking ball and be a threat with a punt return or a kick return in how long? It's been years since we've had that guy. Come on. Roberts is never, he's a return man. It's good we have this problem. Absolutely. Compared to last year, this is awesome. Robert returns kick holding. Right. Josh does not throw jump balls as well as Barkley. That's very true also. That's very, very true. It's very true. Okay, my guys on YouTube. I'm sorry. Jones is no longer practice squad eligible, and we can control his contract for 2 more years. He built chemistry with Allen last year, and now he's playing special teams. Jones makes it 53. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to sit here and say there's no way Jones doesn't make this team. Okay? Don, what's going on, man? But at the end of the day, look, it's a tough cut. So there's going to be 1 or 2 wide receivers that instantly get signed to other teams. I know Duke's a little bit older. Andre Roberts is a little bit older. But let's be honest here, guys. Our wide receiver class, what we have right now in wide receiver, it's not all-star potential. It's not a top wide receiver set in the NFL by any means. What's Zay Jones' ceiling? I think we've seen Zay Jones' ceiling. Maybe not. Maybe he takes another step this year. But he's not going to get that much better. He's not going to be a superstar. We know that. This next draft class coming up, this college draft class, stock full of wide receivers. Nothing but potential all-star wide receivers. It's like the same draft class. They're compared it to OBJ, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. Somebody. I hope that Doug Whaley just tripped over something when I said that name. Fucking take him before Khalil Mack. But they're comparing this next year's wide receiver class to that class. Bunch of studs, right? What's Zay Jones going to do for us, guys? I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather see these other guys get a shot. I like what McKenzie could do. I like what Brown could do. Beasley. And Duke Williams, he's the X factor right now. Duke's the X factor. He's that big body guy. We do not have a Duke Williams. Zay Jones is, he's a little bit of everyone. That's below average. He's a little bit worse than everyone else at what they do. Sorry, guys. Josh, Zay Jones has hands problems. He made some great catches, but has dropped too many to be considered a starter in the NFL. That's another problem, the hands. Robert Woods and Zay had Tyrod. Yeah, well, Zay's also had a couple years now without him, so. Duke brings the pain like, gee, they will cut Foster, before Zay. I don't think so. Foster's we'll see. Foster still has practice squad eligibility. I think if Foster got cut, he's gone instantly. So Zay. If Zay gets cut, he's gone instantly too. Zay McCoy, Bills Mafia man. Zay McCoy and pick for Clowney. I hope. I've been thinking all day because the Clowney thing keeps flying up. Every 2 minutes I see a Clowney trade. Right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, we got Gore, we got Singletary, we got, Yeldon's look good enough. We can get rid of Shady. He's only got 1 year left after this, and he's gone anyways, unless he has a blowout year. But then I think, okay, well, Clowney comes in at D end. Who's not playing? Who's not playing for us? We're pretty good at D end. Yeah, no one's near Clowney. Okay, but we got Shaq. We got Trent Murphy, who's got a nice contract. Just extended Jerry Hughes. Let's see what we got with Darryl Johnson. We got some action going on at defensive end. I don't know if the Bills are necessarily in a spot where they're super thirsty for a guy like Clowney, where another team might be more hungry, might make that move, might make that jump. What's good, G-Show? Duke has done enough to keep him, Jack. What's going on, man? I agree. Elliot, Duke's the X factor. Funny because he's built like Dez. Yeah, I'd like to see Duke run some different routes. I mean, he made some nice plays the other day. John Roberts, Williams is a lock. If he can be open when he's not open, is a very nice weapon to have. Can he be a broke down play guy? Duke Molds 2.0. I see Seahawks for Clowney. Yeah, there's a bunch of Mike. What's going on, man? There's a bunch of rumors out there. I would love the Shady and Zay for Clowney. I hear you, man. If Foster was injured, it would make sense why he hasn't flashed in the offseason. Totally. I was looking for a reason because when I look at guys, I've been at every single training camp. And you guys on Facebook, make sure you share this thing real quick. You guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. But at training camp, I've been noticing that Robert has been sluggish. He kind of looks down. He kind of looks bummed out constantly. And I was like, oh, boy, what the hell's going on here? It was either an injury. I've been calling this since day one. It was either an injury or he was hurt. He wasn't feeling up to himself. Come to find out he's got the toe issue. It's got to be frustrating because he's got a lot of expectations. He's supposed to come out here and make that big jump year two. And if he's not doing it, it's going to be frustrating for a guy who's trying to make a team. They bring all these new guys on here. John Brown, Cole Beasley, Duke Williams. He's like, okay, I got to stand out. I'm about to make some plays in this bitch, right? Sheffy, thanks for sharing, man. And then he comes out, he's got the toe. So he's sluggish. He looks sluggish, and it's obvious. I'm glad that it's an injury, not a motivation problem for Robert Foster. Zay, 12 TDs, 67 receptions, 776 yards. Ronald Hill. Wow. It's crazy. You have some pretty high predictions for a guy that I'm predicting gets cut. Ryan McDermott rotates in D-line, but the contract is too much. Yeah. I think so, too. Especially with the depth that we have at defensive end right now. Go Bills. Exciting times. Like somebody said just a minute ago. Last year compared to last year, this is a great problem to have. Last year was a shit show. At this time, it was like, how many guys can we keep bringing in? Remember that? I mean, we were bringing guys in left and right towards the end. And another thing, whatever my final prediction is, like I said, we're going to pull up the depth chart here in a second and go through the final cuts. We're going to go through fucking position by position. Whatever the final prediction is, it's probably going to change because there's going to, out of the 37 teams, let's talk about it here. Whoa. There's 32 teams, 32 NFL teams times 37. There's 1,184 players that are going to be cut on Saturday. Subtract the Bills, 37 players, 1,147 players that are going to be cut. We know how much work Brandon B does. We know how much work this staff does. not only doing college scouting, we're talking about this draft class shortly too. Not only college scouting, but NFL scouting. They try to predict who's going to get cut. They try to predict who's going to become available. 1,147 new players available instantly on Saturday. There's going to be 100 guys that they're interested in. There's going to be 50 guys they really want to see. There's going to be 20 guys that are flying off the charts. So there's going to be 5-10 guys that are like, we got to sign them. We got to get them in here. They're going to cut some more fat after these breakdowns come out. 1,100 players become available because there's going to be teams in the NFL here that aren't going for championships. They're in rebuild mode, and they got to cut salary caps. There's going to be some solid players that get cut. Look at Ryan Bates. We traded Eli Harold, who was never going to see a snap, for Ryan Bates. He comes in. They put him at center, guard, tackle. They put him all over the motherfucking place, and he looks like a goddamn stud. Pro Football Focus numbers shoots up through the roof. Our GM and his staff do that fucking work, boy. They do that work, guys. I'm going on rants today. I'm sorry. Donnie Clowney, we're good at defensive end, Derek. I tend to agree. But if they wanted to make that juice, if they wanted to make that move, look at you get a guy like Clowney, it takes our defense from, top 5 for sure to bang. It's like what Khalil Mack did for Chicago. Bang. We're going all the way up. All the way up. It's going to be hard to make this 53 across the board. Can't wait. I hear you, Elliot. You're spot on. Sheamus, I could see getting another wide receiver or backup center from the Colts. What the fuck's going on with the Colts? We can talk about Andrew Luck. Bombs being dropped out there in Indy. God damn. Wow, I never realized it was that many. Donald Dunson, what's going on, man? I love Duke. He's a go-up-and-get guy that we need, but I'm still worried about the separation, and we still haven't seen him go up against an elite cornerback yet. Yes, that is very true. Great point, because that was another one. He's been going against 2s and 3s this whole time. You know what? How can Duke do when he goes up against, when Jamal Adams is lurking in the backfield, or he's got to go up against Stephon Gilmore? Odds are the guy that makes the team between, I don't know. The 6th guy usually doesn't see the field too much, but they're fighting for that spot. There's so many unknowns about all these wide receivers. It's chaos. There's so much. It's chaos. It's going to be fascinating to see. Connie makes it juicy. Bates stinks, and PFF grades are useless. Aaron, what's going on, man? Hey, look at everybody's had good thing to say about Bates. Even McDermott. Look at the head coach is saying Bates has looked good, and they're talking about how versatile he is and how well he played, not playing center since his freshman year in college. And Aaron Quinn's going to come out here and say he stinks? I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Damien, I don't think Clowney fits our locker room chemistry, honestly, as good as he is. Yeah, he's kind of a diva. Wow. Aaron Quinn just does not like Ryan Bates. Ryan Kilborn, I think he's going to make the team. Yeah, Jordan Mills got cut from the Dolphins. That's another one. Yeah, see ya, Jordan. Here we go. James William, what's going on, man? Who's the one player you'd be 100% surprised to see get cut? Personally, I think it would be Zay, only because the fight for a wide receiver spot. Bates plays all 5 positions. Yeah, the surprise cut, man, there's so many. Shady, Zay, even though I'm calling it right now, I'm saying Zay's going to be the guy that gets cut. There's a lot of guys. That if they got cut, I'd be fucking shocked. But if it was Shady, I would be shocked if it was Shady, because we don't have cap issues. Everybody says cut Shady. Guys, we don't need to cut him. He's on his last year of his contract, and we have nothing but cap space. So it's not even necessary. It's really not. Connie is injury prone. Yeah, he is. Another thing with this cut down is the tight ends. What's going to happen with tight ends? It's the same image I pulled up last week, but we're only keeping 4. If Kroom balls out Friday, he's got a shot, but I think this one's actually pretty easy. Fuck it. Let's just get into it. Let's get into it here. Let's dive right in. We're going right now. Bill Warner, if Duke draws the number 1, he'll be doing his job even if he doesn't catch any ball, because then John Brown will torture the CB2. Well, that's a big assumption to think that Duke's going to be out there, starting on the outside. He's still got to beat Robert, still got to beat, a few other guys. So let's not say he's going to be 1, but he's got a shot to make this team for sure. And let's see what he does Friday. I think he's going to get a ton of touches Friday. Crew's got the mountain to climb. Yeah, he does. Okay. All right, so let's just run through it. We're keeping 2 quarterbacks. Tyree Jackson, I'm sorry. I love you. Even if you ball out Friday, he's going to play the whole game, I believe. Matt Barkley has proven to be way too fucking valuable. Guys, there's a lot of Bills fans that are calling for Barkley to fucking start. Okay? If Josh Allen gets off to a rough start this year, if Allen looks, if his accuracy is an issue and we start out 1-3, people are going to be calling for Barkley to get in there because of how good he's looked. Not only this preseason, but last year. Last year when he was playing, he was slinging that rock. But we got 2 quarterbacks. Tyree going straight to the practice squad. Nobody's going to sign Tyree Jackson. War Code Red, what's going on, man? So I'm a little worried for the wide receiver fighting for their 3 jobs, or for their jobs. Absolutely. Yeah, Tyree throwing the rock around to the wide receivers, it's not, it's tough. But you got to think that they already have a pretty good idea on what they're going to do. But moving on. Running back, barring any trade. No trades. We're going to go with no trades happen, even though I think that there's a chance that Shady or Zay get sent out. Probably not likely, but I think there's a chance. But let's go no trades. Okay, so we got Allen and Barkley. Okay, now we got Shady, Frank Gore, Singletary's definitely making it. I go 4 backs here. I go 4 backs and DeMarco because they love having a fullback. So that 4th running back, it's between guys like TJ, Perry, Murphy, those types of guys. But I think at the end of the day, you got to give it to TJ. He's clearly dominated the snaps in a preseason. Other than the fumble, he's looked pretty good. He's looked like he can make some plays. Ryan, what's going on? Duke blocks like a Mack truck. Yeah, he does. Okay, Bates doesn't stink, but he's a bottom of the NFL roster guy. Probably a practice squad kind of guy, or a 9th inactive roster guy. Oh, man, I don't know how you could say that, dude. We don't know enough yet. We got to see him against, more live action, but he's looked good. I don't know how you could say he doesn't have the potential. Let's be a little bit optimistic. No reason to be pessimistic on a rookie. Too many good players to keep Tyree Jackson, absolutely. TJ is our 4th. Yeldon probably. Yates is getting the 4th. Yates. TJ played special teams last game. Yeah. I like TJ. I'm with you guys. I'm everybody seems to be on the same page here for the 4th spot. Send Zay to the Cardinals. I don't care where the fuck they send him, but I hope we can get some value for him. He's a high pick. He's showed that he can be somewhat of a reliable guy here and there, but with our wide receivers we got right now and with our game plan, I just don't think he stands out enough anywhere. I really don't think he does. So we got the running backs. We're going to dive right into the wide receivers right now. Let's fucking go for it. No trades. We got John Brown. Okay. Obviously. Cole Beasley. Absolute stud. Robert Foster, too young, too high of a ceiling yet. That high ceiling that Robert Foster has, that high ceiling he has, Zay has done nothing but drop over the last 2 years. He's shown flashes. He's had good games, but it hasn't been consistent. So we got Brown, Foster, Beasley, Andre Roberts. Like I said before, guys, game changer on special teams. His ability to return punts and return kicks is going to be absolutely game-changing for us. Absolutely game-changing. So we got Brown, Foster, Roberts, Beasley. After that, I say we keep Isaiah McKenzie. He's shown to be too explosive. He's shown that he can do so much out of the backfield and those screen passes. God damn. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Isaiah McKenzie. And lastly, number 6, it's between Zay and Duke Williams. God, and most of the time, 90% of Bills fans go, yeah, Zay. Or, they'll have Duke in there instead of Isaiah McKenzie. So really, it's a 3-way battle. McKenzie, Duke, Zay. It's tough, man. If you take out the fact that Zay's a 2nd-round pick and just base things off of what's happened this year, like Sean McDermott said he does, that's what I'm going off of here. I say Duke makes the team, and Zay, we try to either trade Zay over the next few days or he gets cut. I know. It's an unpopular decision, but fuck it. Look at what's happened on the field. Ronald Hill says Zay is the best on the team. You cannot say that. You cannot say that, Ronald. He is not better than John Brown. He is not better than Cole Beasley. That is factual information. What about Star Latule? Should we move on? No, absolutely not. I'm a big fan of Star. He doesn't show up on the stat line. Pro Football Focus numbers aren't good. But what he does is he clogs. He gets his hands dirty, and he does all the things that you need a interior D lineman to do. First game is for number 16. All right. Maurice, what's going on, man? Even though I was rooting for him, Kroom isn't making the squad. Go get him, G-Show. Let's go, Buffalo. What's going on, baby? Let's go. Love the positivity. But who will be punting? Corey Carter got cut, guys. I didn't even talk about that. Carter's gone. Bohorquez. They call him Bojo, apparently. Bojo's our guy for right now. Don't be surprised if he gets cut and we sign a new guy, because Bojo has looked like a fucking bozo in training camp. He hasn't looked that good. Code Red, one of the things they're promoting about Zay is he could play any spot as wide receiver. Yeah, that's true. Inside, outside. Now he's doing special teams. I get it. But when I watch Duke Williams, and I think that's what it comes down to, Isaiah's proven to be too. Look at all the touchdowns McKenzie got last year. Maybe not all the touchdowns, but the big plays. He came on and made a splash in that offense. And he's doing the same thing now. Look at the big plays he's made in these preseason games. Look at him. Isaiah stood out. And then you look at what Zay's done, and you compare it to Duke going up and getting those motherfucking touchdowns. When you compare the two, Duke's just stood out. If they cut Duke and they keep Zay, it's like, man, that man is busting his ass. He's doing everything right, saying all the right things for what? Zay hasn't really performed, guys. He just hasn't. God, I'm going to take some heat for this. Taking some heat. I don't like our punter situation, Chivas. No, I don't either. I do not either. But there's my 6 wide receivers. When it comes to tight end, we're keeping 4. I got my guy Tyler Croft. I got my guy Lee Smith. I got Dawson Knox. And even though Kroom's ass is up there, I think he's getting cut. Tommy Sweeney has proven to be a stud. We're going to dive into this. Right after this depth chart, we're going to roll. But we're going to do we got to go over this draft class. I can't do it right now. We'll get into it, okay? Okay, we got offensive linemen. We got Deion Dawkins, Spencer Long, Mitch Morse, Feliciano, Ty Nsekhe. We know these guys are making it. Hey, there was a report today. We're going into the second string O lineman. Cody Ford was running with the 2s. I don't know if that was just at right tackle. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this whole line. I don't know who's playing guard, who's playing tackle, if Cody Ford's going to be starting, if not. But I like the fact that they're not just, like, happy. Cody Ford hasn't performed super well on the outside. He's been pretty good at guard. But I like the fact that they just keep mixing it up. We'll find the chemistry as the season goes on. Don't settle. Do not settle, and they're clearly not settling. So we got Dawkins, Long, Morse, Feliciano, Nsekhe. Okay. Cody Ford obviously makes the team. He's number 6. I think you keep 10 O-linemen. Spain's going to make the team. Wyatt Teller is too young. He's shown flashes, too. He's going to make the team. That's 8. Look, Ryan Bates, he's my 9. Ryan Bates is my 9. And between the 10, there's, man, Bodine. Like I've said before, guys, he's a buddy of a buddy. One of my friends is boys with Russell Bodine. They hang out and shit. I want to be on that bandwagon, but he hasn't looked very good. Bodine has not looked good. Dukas, Bacher. I'm going to go with Bacher. Ike, my man Ike. There's our 10 O-linemen. Yes, go Bills. Ronald Hill. Woof. Bates is versatile as hell. Croft, Knox, Sweeney for sure. Yeah, what do you think about Smith? You got to keep Smith on there because he's the blocking tight end. He's going to do so much. You know, he's going to be that tight end that we're on the goal line, we're on the 1. He's in the game. It's, the goal line formation, and he creeps out, and he gets that corner end zone touchdown wide open. Lee Smith's going to be that guy. Mix that with the fact that he can block so well, he might as well be a fucking tackle. Lee Smith has got the juice. Sills will be on the practice squad. Absolutely. Nobody's signed at Sills after seeing what they've seen. Josh, Murillo. Cody Ford needs some time to get used to the NFL. The veteran burns him sometimes. Yeah, I agree. Dukas was released a few days ago. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Shivas. He didn't make the G-Show cut anyways. I think they will keep 7 receivers. That's a lot. That's a lot of receivers to keep. Oh, that's a lot of receivers. We'll go through it. I mean, after we do the defense here, we'll go through and we'll count out 53. Defensive end. This is fucking hairy here too, guys. This defense is stout, and there's a lot of guys on this D that are, as soon as they're cut, they're going to be signed. Like Eddie Yarbrough. He's going to be gone. Eddie Yarbrough's going to be gone. And what's going to happen when Eddie goes? He's going to get signed. Okay, so let's start on the D line. I think we keep 8. No. I think we keep 10 D linemen. We keep 10. So we got Trent. We got Jerry on the outsides, right? And then in the middle, we got Star Latulele and Ed Oliver. There's our starting line. And then we keep 4 D linemen. So, yeah. Yep. Jordan Phillips, Harrison Phillips. The 2 Phillips brothers. They look exactly alike. Those 4. So that's 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay, Shaq Lawson's obviously making the team. Daryl Johnson has absolutely made his case. He's not going to the practice squad. If they cut Daryl Johnson, he will be signed with the Patriots the second he's gone. So maybe we're keeping 6. I think we're keeping 6. I think Mike Love, I don't know if he's eligible for the practice squad again this year. I think he is, but he's gone. I think he's gone. Oh, the dude we just signed from the Broncos there, he's gone. You know, these tryout guys, they're gone. Even though you say that, and Bates has made a fucking name for himself. Yeah, Love. Look at Mike Love. He's looked good here and there, but he just doesn't have it. He just doesn't have it, guys. There's no fighting with Daryl Johnson, Shaq Lawson, Trent Murphy, Jerry Hughes with Mike Love. Sorry. Yarbrough and Love gone. Ray practice squad. I hope he can make it. I hope Ray still is eligible. I believe he is. Okay, so we got linebacker. Milano's going to make it. Tremaine, obviously. Lorenzo. Those 3 are going to be our guys. After that, boy, Volshan Joseph, I think he's got to make the team. You know, he's not going to be good. Somebody will sign him. Corey Thompson's look good. Those are probably our 2 backup linebackers. And then after that, it's between Lacey, Stanford, Mo Alexander. Wow, to pick one guy from those 3 is tough. Mike Love will make it if Daryl Johnson wasn't such of a hit at draft pick. Yeah, 100%. Mike Love's on this team, but Daryl Johnson ruined those dreams. Brown, Beasley, Roberts, Duke, McKenzie, and either Zay or Foster. I like that more than people just assuming it's between McKenzie and Duke. Jack Patrick, what's going on, man? I would keep Dotson over Volshan. He's that rookie, man. They drafted the dude. It's tough to get rid of him. I'm going to say for the backup, man, between Mo, Julian Stanford, and Lacey, Corey Thompson's definitely on the squad. That next pick, I'm going to go with, man, that's so tough. Lacey and Stanford are both really good on special teams. I think Alexander's done enough. I think they keep Mo Alexander. Oh, that's so hard because Stanford and Lacey have been here for a little bit now. I think they keep Alexander. Fuck. That sucks. This is going to be one of the worst cut down days we've had in a long time. They're going to have a hard time doing this. The D coordinator, the O coordinator, it's going to be Leslie Frazier versus Brian Dable in that room. They're going to be fucking screaming at each other because there's some guys that have been here. There's been some young guys. There's the guys that are busting their ass and make the squad that have made plays that, are injured and haven't been able to make plays. It's going to be chaos. I would not want to be in that room where they decide who makes the team and who gets cut. Plain and simple. Oh, man. Lacey. I don't know. Lacey's look good. Made a big play. But I can't. You look at the safeties here. Obviously, Micah. Obviously, Poyer are guys. And after that, Jaquan Johnson. Whew. Jaquan Johnson, the highest rated player on defense. Pro Football Focus last week. I know some people say PFF numbers aren't shit. But the fact of the matter is Johnson looked good, and he had the stats to back it up. Johnson looks like he has a potential to be a stud. He's making the team. Saran Neal makes the team. Dean Marlowe. Dean Marlowe's getting cut here. Okay, then we got cornerback. Tre'Davious and Levi are our guys. EJ Gaines isn't even on the fucking team anymore. Kevin, we're gonna keep 6 DBs. Levi, Tre'Davious, Taron Johnson's 3, Kevin Johnson's 4. Oof. We're going to run through it. Let's run through it. We're going to get to 53. We're getting to 53. It's a great problem to have, but some of these cuts are going to hurt. Code Red, yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be tough. I see Foggy on that list. Didn't he already get cut? Yeah, I guess it's not a super updated depth chart. It's from ESPN, so ESPN, get your fucking shit together. I just did it really quick because I did it right before the show started. So let's get it. We got our punter, kicker, and our long snapper, right? We have to have those 3 guys. Hauschka, even though McLaughlin put on a fucking show, he tried his ass off. Who's saying with these cuts we have what they call rich people problems. I don't know about rich people. Let's say upper middle class problems. The Patriots, the Saints, those types of teams, the Rams, they have rich people problems. We're moving to upper middle class this year, I think. Let's go. So we got those three. Reed Ferguson, stud of a football player, chance to be our MVP this year. Bojo, the punter, and Hauschka. That's 3, okay? We got Tre'Davious is 4. Levi Wallace is 5. Taron Johnson 6. Kevin Johnson 7. Let's keep it right there for now. Micah Hyde's 8. Poyer's 8. Saran Neal's 9. Oh, wait. We still got $23 million left in the salary cap. Shivas, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be moves that get made here. There's going to be moves. Always draft from the U every year. 46 top safety. Yeah, and Jaquan Johnson, he's got a real shot. He's got a real shot to be a stud in this league. I mean, he looks like a stud out there. But let's get back to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Linebackers, 12, 13, 14 for the starters. And then the 3 backups, 17. Then we got Jerry Hughes, Shaq Lawson, that's 19. The 4 D linemen, Phillips, Oliver, Latule. 26. We got 26 on the defense, between the defense and the 3 specialties. So we got 26. 10 O linemen, that's 36. We already called them out. DeMarco's making the squad. 7. Croft. We got the 4 tight ends. Croft, Smith, Knox, Sweeney. 41. And then we got the 2 quarterbacks, obviously. That's 3. 7. Yeah. That comes down to 47 with the 4 running backs. Shady, Gore, Singletary, and Yeldon. With DeMarco. They're going to keep DeMarco. That's 47. That leaves 6 spots for the wide receivers. 6 spots for the wideouts, guys. Jesus Christ. Just fundamentals of what they keep on a team. I mean, you have to have the old linemen. You have to have the D linemen. Those are guys that are constantly banged up, constantly need to come in, go out. We just ran through it. There's 6 guys left for the wide receiver. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only way this changes is if Shady or Zay gets traded. I don't know. I'm running through it. This is a big dilemma here, guys, obviously. K-Rockton going to start the year on the PUP. Yeah, Croft, yeah, right. So I don't know. Croft might make some moves here in the next week or so. Bojangles or whatever. Whoever better comes with a free one, or what's up with that Patriots punter. Yeah, Ryan Allen there. I don't know. Bajorko's got cut, and we signed him instantly. I had to get a shot of tequila thinking of these cuts. Shivas, you keep fucking me up with your mistypes, man. You got to spell shit right, or I look like an idiot up here. Then Foster punt on the Bills app. It looked great. Keep Foster as a punter and get rid of Boso. Yeah, so it comes down to the 6 wideouts. We got John. We got Foster. We got Beasley. Andre Roberts is making this team. Isaiah McKenzie's making this team. It comes down to Duke and Zay. I think we try to trade Zay or keep Duke. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. You heard it here first. We're going to go live before the game on Friday to talk about some matchups and shit going on. But Saturday's a big day. By 4 o'clock, we have to cut 37 players. And not only that, but there's going to be 1,147 players available for us to sign. There's going to be numerous cuts where we go, what? Let's bring them in. That's going to be the big story Saturday. Everybody's going to be saying, hey, let's bring this guy in. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be chaotic. But let's weather the storm. Brandon Beane and his staff do a great job. Let's trust the process. I know it's fucking corny, but they have not given us any reasons to not trust the process yet. Okay? Aaron Williams, what is this garbage? So, like I said, let's trust the process here. And real quick, before we get out of here for the night, thank you guys for watching. You guys on Facebook, make sure you give it a share. You guys on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys hanging out, shooting the shit. Your comments make the show. I appreciate it endlessly. Okay, real quick, I want to look at this draft class from this year and talk about how nasty they are before we wrap this thing up. Okay, Ed Oliver, clearly, okay, he's got a ton of potential. He's made a lot of moves in this training camp and this preseason, showing that he has what it takes to be a star in this league. Let's see if he can, put it together during the games. We're looking for a sack every other game. I was looking at Aaron Donald's stats. He had about 9 sacks a game. 9 sacks his rookie year. So if we can get anywhere near that with Ed Oliver, just to get him on that projection, balling. Cody Ford, we know what he's got. Tackle, guard, he's probably going to start for us. He's going to get a ton of playing time. He's a mauler. Singletary, Knox, Voshan Joseph, Jaquan Johnson, Daryl Johnson. All these picks right here, all these picks are guys that we consistently hear about. You know, in years past, our 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round picks have been ass. They've been ass. They've been guys that get cut. They're gone in the second year, right? This draft class is disgusting. You pair it with the last couple of years' draft class with Brandon Beane. This guy is showing that he's a stud, putting the squad together. We'll talk more about what I think the Bills are going to do this year later on. I've been pretty vocal about it, but Brandon Beane and his staff, I think they've done an excellent job, and I think we're only going to be trending up as these weeks go along here. Let's focus. We got a big game coming up. We got a big game coming up Friday. We're going to see a lot of matchups that we're going to be paying close attention to with the wide receivers, running backs, what happens with these guys. We'll pay attention to whatnot. But there's a lot of things to be excited about. Saturday is going to be absolutely chaotic. Keep your phones on you. However you guys get breaking news, keep your phones on you. There's going to be some crazy cuts. The Bills are going to have to make some tough cuts. There's going to be cuts all over the NFL. It's going to be fucking chaos. Guys are going to get, even after our initial cut, there's going to be guys that get cut after them and guys that brought in. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hang tight. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Blindsided Squad. Thanks for hanging out tonight. We're out. Go Bills, baby.